More than a dozen attorneys general have signed on to a threatening letter against journalists covering the war in Gaza. Now, Fox News Digital says that the prosecutors signed on to a letter that was sent to media outlets including the New York Times, Reuters, CNN, and AP News, and basically put them on notice that providing material support to Hamas is illegal. But the letter was sent to these four organizations, and I'm gonna read you a few excerpts from it. So this was sent to them on Monday afternoon, and it included 14 state attorneys general. And they stated that, look, if your reporting appears to be providing any support for a terrorist group like Hamas, well, you could face prosecution. Think about it. They write, quote, "We will continue to follow your reporting to ensure that your organizations do not violate any federal or state laws by giving material support to terrorists abroad. Now your organizations are on notice. Follow the law." Wow. So the AGs continue to define what material support would mean. And that would include any property, tangible or intangible, or service, including currency or monetary instruments, expert advice or assistance, communications equipment, facilities and transportation, except medicine or religious materials. And I'm also curious about what this would mean for ordinary Americans, right? Let's say they're ordinary Americans who are on social media, they come across certain content that they want to share, but that content is, labeled or considered propaganda from Hamas, and disseminating it or sharing it would amount to providing support for Hamas. Does that mean that ordinary citizens would get prosecuted or investigated? I'm serious, I know that sounds hyperbolic and crazy, but this is such a vague law. And the fact that you have 14 attorneys general signing on to this, and it's essentially a threat to journalists, I think says a lot about how far they're willing to go. And by the way, the letter was signed by Republican attorneys general in Iowa, Alabama, Florida, Arkansas, Indiana, Kentucky, Texas, Louisiana, Utah, Montana, Virginia, South Carolina, West Virginia, and Tennessee.